Your mind is not your own. The secret institute Jung discovered in your brain. Imagine opening a dictionary to a random page. The word is kore. It means nothing to you, but that night, you dream of a Greek maiden handing you a pomegranate. The next day, you look it up. Kore is Persephone, the goddess of the underworld, always depicted with a pomegranate. This didn't happen to a scholar. It happened to one of Carl Jung's patients who had never studied mythology. Her mind had accessed a library she had no subscription to. Welcome to the most disturbing evidence that your consciousness is merely the tip of the iceberg. The original sin of psychology. Freud wanted Jung to be his successor. He sent him the difficult patients, the ones who didn't fit the sexual theory. But one day, a case arrived that would break everything. A man systematically dreamed of Egyptian symbols, even though he had never left Switzerland. Freud insisted, repressed sexuality. Jung saw the pattern. His patient was accessing a plane of knowledge that was not his own. When Jung suggested the human mind had geological layers of ancestral memory, Freud looked at him as a heretic. You are betraying science for mysticism, he said. But what if the true mysticism was believing we are born as blank hard drives? The dark night of the soul, the price of knowledge. After the break, Jung didn't just lose his mentor. He lost the ground beneath his feet. He entered what his journals call the descent into the psyche of the world. It wasn't depression. It was a forced immersion. For years, he conversed with figures that emerged from nowhere. Philemon, an old man with kingfisher wings, Salome, the biblical dancer, and an entity that called itself only the Godslayer. These were not hallucinations. They were archetypes with their own consciousness, and they came to negotiate. His method was dangerous. He induced liminal states between wakefulness and sleep and let them possess him. The result was the Red Book, 205 pages of revelations his family hid for 50 years. It wasn't art. It was a map of the sewers of the collective psyche. The contract you signed at birth. Tenants live inside you. You didn't choose them, but they pay your psychic rent. 1. The shadow, it's not your dark side. It's your package of rejected skills. The quiet child who buried his aggression becomes an adult consumed by resentment. Your shadow doesn't destroy you. It becomes your destiny when you deny it. 2. The anima/animus, your primary attraction algorithm. You don't decide who you fall in love with. This archetype does. When you're obsessed with someone who destroys you, it's not love. It's the animus or anima recognizing its mythological counterpart in another person. You are being possessed by an ancestral ghost. 3. The self, the director of the play you think you're writing. Your ego believes it makes decisions. The self pulls the strings to bring you to your totality, even if that means destroying your current life. The collective lie, the great taboo. Here is what no one tells you. The collective unconscious is not wise. It is not benevolent. It is a psychic ecosystem containing all the horrors of human history. The concentration camps, the inquisitions, the genocides. They were not failures of humanity. They were eruptions of the collective unconscious. When a mob lynches someone, they are not individuals acting. It is the scapegoat archetype executing an ancient ritual. When an entire culture falls into paranoia, it is the collective shadow archetype projecting itself. Your participation is not optional. You can only choose whether to act from consciousness or from possession. The modern symptom, the psychic famine. Your chronic anxiety is not just a chemical imbalance. It is the hero archetype trapped in a cubicle, screaming for a mission worthy of its suffering. Your depression is not just pathological sadness. It can be the sacrifice of the king, the necessary symbolic death for something new to be born, a process ancient cultures ritualized and we medicalize. Your addictions to series, video games, or the infinite scroll are desperate attempts to feed mythology to a starving psyche. You consume stories because your soul needs archetypal narratives to survive. The portals, how they access you. The collective unconscious is not reached by meditating. That's spiritual tourism. It seeps through the cracks. Recurring dreams. Don't interpret them. Negotiate with them. What archetypal territory is claiming presence? Synchronicities, those impossible coincidences, are the interface of the collective unconscious with your reality. They are not luck. They are signals that you are on a mythological path. Intense projections. When you hate or admire someone disproportionately, you have found an archetype carrier. You are seeing your own shadow or your anima reflected in another. The real danger and why it's hidden, corporations already know. Modern marketing is archetypal magic. Apple doesn't sell technology. It sells the sage/creator archetype. Nike sells the hero. Coca-Cola sells the great mother who nourishes. They steal symbols to sell you products, leaving you spiritually malnourished but constantly consuming. It is psychic cannibalism. The invitation not for the weak. Jung didn't want disciples. He wanted navigators. This is not self-help. It is archaeology of the psyche. The work is not to enlighten yourself, but to go down with a flashlight into the catacombs you inherited and claim the ghosts as allies. Your task, if you choose to accept it. 1. Keep a dream journal for 30 days. Look for patterns, not meanings. 2. Identify your personal mythology. What movies or books obsessed you as a child? Those are your active archetypes. 3. Find your shadow in your judgments. What you most criticize in others is your own rejected potential. 4. Create a psychic update ritual. 1 hour a week without screens, dedicated to drawing, writing without a filter, or walking without a destination. You are opening a portal for the unconscious to speak. The final warning: who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakes. But Jung omitted the second part. And who awakens can no longer pretend the dream was real. You can close this and keep believing you are just a body with a brain. Or you can accept that you inhabit a millennial operating system, full of programs running in the background. The difference between a neurotic and a visionary is not what they see. It is the courage to go down into the cave and face what they find there. I dare not say what I really think, for if I did, I would be burned. Carl Jung in a private letter, 1959.